Hello everybody. My name is Tim Schaefer and I'm a financial journalist. I spoke to a lot of value investing geniuses over the last several years, and I think I know quite a bit, but not enough. But so anyway, I got a question about the oil drop. The price drop in oil this year is about 40%, and the producers, the large producers, all producers, and their service companies are under pressure. If you look at Halliburton, that went down 50% at stock this year. They also did. They're trying to take over a competitor. So if you look at Chevron, Exxon, Conoco, they're all down, and people are worried, nervous about the price of oil, because one of those reasons is the fracking boom in the US and new drilling technologies like horizontal drilling. So you do the oil well, they are better in those technologies, these horizontal drillings, and those technologies like fracking. So they find much more oil than they did before, and the technology is just better to get it out of the ground quickly and cheap. And so the world is full of oil, especially America is independent almost, and OPEC is still producing like crazy. So there's too much oil on the market, and the demand goes down. Also for other reasons, like you have cars that need less, you have hybrid, you have electric cars like Tesla, and you have more efficient buildings, and so on. And also the economy is not doing that greatly worldwide, so there's also less demand for energy. So overall the price is down 40%, but if you look back in history, oil is always volatile and it's part of the game. What I think personally is it will at some point return, it will come back to a normal level. I think it's now a little depressed and it's too much anxiety into it, and I think oil long term is still a great story. There is still a demand, especially in the emerging markets. A critical point is the ethical part of it. If you have global warming, if you have all this CO2, and the rise of solar, wind energy, biomass, if that will be substituted soon or sooner, if that goes quickly. And also ethical standpoint of investing. Do you want to be part of global warming and destroy and pollute the world with to burn oil and gasoline, or you don't want to be part of it? There's a lot of discussion, like Harvard, the endowment funds of the University of Harvard, they have a huge discussion about it. The students say, look, we don't want to be part of global warming. It's almost unethical, but that's the thing you have to decide for yourself. For me, I decided not to buy and invest in tobacco companies. I don't invest in in breweries, etc. I think it's not good for society. And just think about tobacco. I mean, what a horrible thing, and what kind of addiction those things have, those cigarettes. It's almost like, I mean, the addiction is so crazy, and I think it's a bad thing for the health of a society, and I don't want to be part of it. The same with companies that produce bombs or weapons. I don't own any of those companies, but everyone should decide for themselves if that's okay for them, and I don't want to judge it. I just did a decision for myself. And with oil, I own oil stocks, and that's how it is. But I still think about it. Global warming is a problem, and yeah, so there's no perfect ethical investment. I think it's very difficult. So, and then I had another question about emerging markets in China and Asia, and about investing in that markets, Asia, I think China is still growing, even so they slowed down, but it's much faster than the US. The economy is growing faster, not like 10% a year, but maybe 6 or 7%. And investing there is okay, but you always have to consider that there's a government that is not so democratic. They are changing, but it's still a regime that has control over their blue chip corporations, actually about all their corporations. And you always have to consider this. If you invest in the US in a great blue chip, they're pretty much global. They do 40, 50, 60% of their sales are internationally done. So China, you have to decide yourself. And I think they have great companies like China Mobile or Baidu and so on, and Alibaba, fantastic companies that they grow very rapidly, and some of them pay dividends, and many of them are on the New York Stock Exchange, so they follow pretty strict rules. But you have the other side of it. You have a regime that is not so democratic, like in the US or in many other countries of the world, like Canada or Great Britain or Australia or Germany and so on. Okay, and that's actually it for today. Bye.